Hey everybody, Megan Klingenberg here, waiting for you all to log on. I don't know if anybody's logged on yet, but if you are, so glad to have you. Please ask questions. I'm here to talk about fun things like Megasos, Kling's Kitchen, Portland Thorn, but also Game of Thrones, how big of a letdown the Eclipse was, and anything else. Anything not soccer related would be super awesome because it's way more fun to talk about things that I don't talk about literally every day with my teammates and my coaches. So please log on, hit me with questions. Totally stoked to be here. Let's go. But seriously though, what is everybody doing with their Eclipse classes? Like I have 2 or 3 pair now. Apparently they're good forever. I might just keep them till next Eclipse and sell them for a profit. That's like kind of long-term investment thinking though, so bonjour. Yes, hello. What's my favorite movie? Geez. So I was talking to Lindsay Horan yesterday and I've totally noticed that she doesn't know any pop culture past 2005. Like everything previously to 2005, Lindsay Horan doesn't know, which cracks me up. But my favorite movie is The Sound of Music, definitely pre-2005, so I'm not sure Miss Great Horan has seen it, but it's a wonderful movie. Let's see. What's my favorite plant-based meal to make? I don't think I necessarily have one that I love to make. I like trying new things. I just had my birthday and my mom got me a yogurt maker. And like, I don't know anybody else in the world that would be excited about getting a yogurt maker for their birthday except for me. I'm going to be crushing some like cultures and like mixing stuff up and like putting them in my smoothies and like making sauces. I'm so excited. Let's see. What's my favorite band / artist? I really like to listen to everything. I like country sometimes, like when you're out on your front porch, you know, having a beer in the South, that's wonderful. When you're out at the club, you know, you like getting a little music that you can dance to. When you're in the locker room, it's certain stuff that is like going to get you pumped for a game. What's my favorite type of dog? That's a good question. I would have to say like probably really cute fluffy dogs like golden doodles or like cavapoos or something like that like you just want to like squeeze and cuddle and love until, you know. Let's see. You're in front of a 9-year-old. What one sentence do you say to inspire her in game of soccer? So is that like trying to tell me that I shouldn't swear while I'm giving this advice, or is that just trying to give me context for the answer? I'll use the second one. I would just say like find whatever it is that you're passionate about it and follow that dream and try and find your personal excellence in soccer. And if you reach your personal excellence, whether that is rec league, club, professional, college, US Women's National Team, doesn't matter. You should be proud because not many people achieve personal excellence in whatever they try. Best meal for a new college vegan. Oh, that's gotta be hard in college. I can't really see the cafeterias catering towards us veggies, but I would say like a really awesome vegan meal for college would be like a mac and cheese. Like if you know, obviously you probably have your microwave, you can just like mix up some mac and cheese really quick, throw it in there, have an awesome college meal, trick your friends into eating it. Do that all the time. Give a shout out to my mom, B-Swag. I think that's a shout out. What's my favorite show? It's definitely Game of Thrones. Like, it's clearly the best show on TV. Anybody that says differently clearly doesn't watch TV or lives under a rock. Speaking of last episode, I'm about to talk about it, so if you don't want a spoiler, I think you should log off. But please don't, because it's kind of fun. Anyways, the blue-eyed dragon, I have to tell you this story. So apparently somebody had watched my HBO Go because I was a little bit late because my mom was hanging out. Me and my mom were hanging out, and we didn't get to watch Game of Thrones. So we come home late. I turn on my HBO Go. so excited to watch this episode. I'm like tuned in, like 100%, like have my popcorn, have my drink, ready to go, volumes turned up. So push play. It is the end of the episode, the last 1 minute. So I literally saw the White Walkers like taking the dragon out of the ice, and the main White Walker guy being like, and the eyes turn blue, and then it's like, end. And I'm like, you have got to be joking me! So I texted like every single one of my friends to find out who was on my HBO Go and who ruined it, but nobody's fessed up. That's pretty much what's happened so far. Yeah, nuts. What's your favorite women's national team player to play against? I really, really love playing against Becky because I think she's so smart and really good at what she does. And if I can get the best of her, then I feel like really proud of myself because I respect her so much. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite player to play against. Harry Potter or Hunger Games? It's hard, but it's definitely Harry Potter. That was like my childhood. Like that's what I lived for as a kid. I was like that kid that would get the book during the summer, go out, sit on her back porch, and read until the sun went down with my friends. Like we were such dorks. The day before Harry Potter comes out, we're probably playing roller hockey in our driveways, and then the day that Harry Potter comes out, we do nothing but read. Like what losers. I love that. All right, I'm going to have to call a timeout for a second because there is a technical issue. I can't see the comments popping up. So, oh, there we go. I figured it out. Technical issue solved by Kling. All right. Favorite Steelers player currently on the roster? I really, really like the new kid, TJ Watt. I think he's really great. But my favorite person on the roster, oh man, it's really hard. I don't know if I can pick. I really love Le'Veon Bell because the way that he's like, he can move. I don't think anybody in the NFL can run the way that he does. And I just really, really love seeing like what he can do. It's pretty cool. All right, here's a good one. My 5-year-old daughter began Taekwondo. How has this martial art helped you with soccer? Jeez, how hasn't it helped? I think it's really an awesome sport, and it takes a lot of focus, a lot of intensity, and a lot of balance. And I think all those things translate over into soccer. Of course, you have to be intense, you have to be focused, you have to be balanced during soccer. So those things really help me be able to do well in my sport. Question, did Tobin Heath die? I can confirm that Tobin Heath is alive and she is getting healthy. And so, I don't know, I'm on Tobin Heath watch. Who has the best hair, you or Rupino? Please. Have you found Drew a girlfriend yet? Drew, by everybody, is my brother, and he's been featured in a few megasodes, which he loves. By the way, like he thinks it's like the coolest thing ever. But have I found Drew a girlfriend? Yes, I found Drew a girlfriend. But does he accept said girlfriend? No, he doesn't accept anything that I do. So Drew apparently is still single. So rock on, ladies. Any chance of you playing overseas after the next World Cup cycle? Jeez, asking that on the Thorns page? What are you trying to stir up trouble? I think playing overseas is a really awesome opportunity, but I love being here and I don't want to leave. People are asking some very serious questions like, do you believe in God? I feel like that's a whole separate Facebook Live that needs to take place, not on the Thorns account. That's never going to happen. Sorry, buddy. Let's see. You screamed when they pulled the dragon out. It's going to be crazy. Same. Totally. Game of Thrones is nuts this year. I don't know what's happening. Best similarity between Pittsburgh and Portland. I love the bridges and I love the feel of Pittsburgh. And I think that Portland has like the same sort of industrial feel. Like it used to be this way, and like people have like reclaimed kind of what the city was about and made it something different. I really think that's cool. And um, it's like really similar between both cities. Do I have any pets? I have 2 dogs. No, I do not have any pets. I have a plant. It's basil, and I freaking love this plant. I bought it for $4 at the Fred Meyer, and it is like the most resilient thing I've ever seen in my life, because like we'll go away on week road trips. I'll come back and I'm like, ooh, basil's not looking so good. I will water it for one day and put it in the sun. It's like back to its full bushiness, and it's like amazing. It's the best thing, probably one of the best buys that I've ever made. So no pets, but I have plants. Who was my inspiration growing up pertaining to soccer? I just answered this question the other day. That's kind of funny. I loved Michelle Akers. When I was talking to the girls that were at my question and answer event last week, they had no idea who Michelle Akers was, and that's just absolutely nuts, because she's probably the best soccer player to ever play the game. People have heard of Mia Hamm, and Mia is absolutely wonderful, but I personally believe that Michelle was like lights out. So she was my favorite base inspiration. I always wanted to play just like her. Let's see, what's next? Do you think there's a magic formula to Portland drawing the crowds they do, or do you think they're all just a bunch of freaks? Well, I think that that's not necessarily a really nice thing to say. I would say everybody in our crowd is very unique, and I love it, and I never want them to change. But I do think there's a recipe, and I hope other people follow it. I do think there's something a little bit special about Portland that you can't replicate, but I think what the Thorns do really cool that maybe a lot of other clubs don't is that they treat us like we're like a spectacular show to be seen. People should go not because they should support women because it's right. They should go because it's good soccer and it's a spectacular show of soccer, not because of anything else. And that's really cool. I hope other teams start taking that route instead of trying to look at it as like charity or something that you should do because it's right. What do I think of the Denmark success in the Euros? Oh, I'm so happy for Nadia and her team. I wish they could have pulled out the win, but how cool is it that Netherlands gets to win in their home country? I mean, you can't write a better script than that. Girl, you look good. Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. Huge question. I'm getting switched to play midfield. What's the best way to mentally prepare myself for the season? I think that mentally preparing yourself is all about practice. It's all about confidence. And how do you get confidence? It's by practicing. Who's the funniest player on the Thorns? It's 100% Amandine. Mandy is hilarious. Quick story. The other day, we were driving to practice in Chicago, and Nadine was like driving through the parking lot of the Chicago like Toyota Park, whatever parking lot, and it's all gravel. And so she was kind of like going back and forth, just messing around like the crazy German that she is. There's nobody around, so it's not really dangerous. But Mandy's freaking out in the back seat. She's in the very back, and she's like, ah, like yelling like that, and we're all crying, laughing. And so of course, because she's yelling like that, Nadine's doing it more. And so all of a sudden she's like in the back seat yelling. And she goes, I want to die. No. And so we all thought she said, I want to die now. So we're crying, laughing. But what she actually said is, I want to die not. And that's still hilarious. So we were still crying, laughing. So that's been like the joke for the last 2 weeks is anytime something's going wild, we all yell, I want to die not. It's great. Would I rather fight 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? I'm going to skip that one. How does the moon cut his hair? These are getting wild, guys. Not sure how to answer these. How does the moon cut his hair? Eclipse it. Oh, good. That's good, guys. I like that. Favorite place to visit in Oregon? I really, really love Sauvie Island. I think it's a really cool place. Like, they have beaches. You can have a picnic. It's not that far from a city, but it doesn't feel like you're in the city, and you can pick all of your own fruit. So I'll like go and I'll bring like a bucket of like different containers, and I'll just fill it with as much fruit as possible. And then whatever I don't eat in the week, I'll freeze it and use it in all my smoothies. So that if anybody gets a chance to go there, I totally recommend it. Do I watch the MLS at all? For sure. I'm going to the Timbers game tomorrow. Any funny story that has never been told that happened in a Portland practice? Oh man, we could tell stories all day about Portland practices. They're hilarious. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Mark, like coach. There should be gifts and gifts and gifts and gifts of him during the game. But like sometimes I'm like the closest player to him on the sidelines. And so he'll be like, Clegg! Clegg! And I'm like, oh no, he's yelling at me again. What's he going to say? So I turn around, and it's not that I don't want to hear what he has to say, because like if I understand it, that's fine. But sometimes I have no clue what he's saying because his hand signals are like this. And I'm like, what are you trying to get me to tell the team? That literally makes no sense, Mark. I love you, but what are you saying? So anyways, that's not a practice story, but that's a game story, and that happens every single game. What's next? Will you ever hold a soccer camp in Portland? I guess you'll just have to keep following me on Twitter to find out. These next couple questions are hilarious. Ashlyn, Alyssa, or Hope? Question mark. Like, in what? Like, what do you mean? As like a human? As like a player? As like who can eat the most ice cream? Like, that's not a question. Krieger or JJ? Same thing. Like, in what aspect? Who has better eyebrows? Like, I don't know. Looking to move there soon. What's a good low budget location? Salem. Let's see. What is a sign or a tifo you've always wanted to see at a match? I don't know if I want to see like a particular sign or tifo at a match, but I want to help make one. Like, I want to get with the Riveters and help make a tifo and be like, I did that, and like have so much pride during the game. So is it depressing to play away games since there's such a small crowd turnout compared to here? Dang, guys. It's not depressing. It's still fun to play. Like, when we went to Kansas, it was a really small crowd because our game kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed. And clearly, if there's lightning and rain, I'm not sure that I'd want to sit outside on metal bleachers either. But it was still like fun because get to play with my teammates, get to play good soccer, get to try and work hard. So no, not depressing, but of course I wish all teams could eventually get to a place where Portland is. What is my favorite book? Ooh. Geez. Okay, so I'll just talk about like right now. I think my favorite book that I'm reading is like this series by Sarah J. Maas. I don't want to mess it up on Facebook Live, so I'm just gonna spell it for you guys. But it's this Throne of Glass series about like this queen who like got stolen when she was a child and like raised to be an assassin and has to like retake her kingdom from these dark demons. I know that sounds like a little bit ridiculous when you're saying it out loud, but it's quite good. You should try to scare Allie with a camera. Yeah, good call. I will do that. and you best believe that I will post it. Hello from Sweden. Hi. What do you like most about this country? I think everybody knows the answer to that one. It is 100% fika. It's wonderful. But if anybody in the U.S. doesn't know what that is, it's like when you grab a friend or a coworker and you just kind of go out for coffee, you get a little like dessert, like whether it's a croissant or like a piece of pie or whatever, and you just like talk and hang and just fika for a little bit and enjoy life with your coworker or your teammate. All right, last one, because I'm getting like the time to go, you have practice, that thing. So I'm going to pick one more. This is amazing. Does Sonnet have anger issues? LOL. Let's see. I don't think that they are diagnosed anger issues. No, she does not have anger issues. They are hilarious, and they should be made into GIFs so I can repost them all the time. I think that she's just a passionate player, and that's how it comes out, and I love it. It cracks me up. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. This has been really fun. Maybe we can do it again sometime. Adios.